just start the winter anime.
Shockingly wholesome.
We should really just start the winter.
Should we do this in Mal's order of most popular then?
Yeah, just because that gives me enough time to at least put an hour and a half to 2.
I didn't get to mention that I was watching a really good show.
Yeah. Fine. Bugfang.
I've been really loving Levius. I've been really not just enjoying it. I think it's really good.
Did it come out this year?
It just came out. Like, it just released this week.
Cool.
Last week.
So shut up and save that for fall. Not allowed to
I'm just saying, I'm currently watching it, and I love it, and go to Netflix and watch Levius. It's some good shit. Why is our gain all the way down?
That's how it's always been.
No, usually we got 1/4 up. This is, like, literally all the way down.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like usually we got like here and. It's
well, you know what? You're right. You wanna fix it?
Yeah, I just fixed it.
Okay,
put
cool.
it up to 1/4.
But yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, we should go by the. What do you want to call that?
All right. So just top down.
Yeah, because it gives me at least the first beginning hour and a half. And then you could just...
That's true. That's true. We can have active engagement.
And then you can lightning round the rest of the shit.
As you get more tired, I'll just start taking over the show.
Oh, no. I can talk for most of this stuff. I'm good. I took my Japanese cocaine. But...
That's true.
Once it gets to the point, you're going to have to, like... You're going to have to lightning round a lot of that shit. I'm talking about,
I've watched more than you have this. Yeah, I know.
You have vastly watched a lot more.
I mean... Yeah, okay.
You know you have.
Yeah, I'm not going to...
You've doubled... You probably doubled what I watched.
Damn, boy.
Because you hit double digits, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You most likely doubled what I watched.
Really? Did you really only watch... Dude, no.
Wait, how much did you watch?
There are like 6 of these. They're like hella important.
Okay, how much did you watch?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 15 and 2 halves.
15 and 2 halves. So let's just count 16. So.
Okay, we'll count up to 16. But like 2 of those shows I've only watched halfway through.
Okay, not doubled, but got really close to doubling. I got almost to double digits. Damn. Almost to double digits. 1 anime off. I watched 9. Which is
okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So you've probably watched most of the.
I've watched most of the. I've watched most of the.
All right. Well, let's do it. Let's start doing it.
Right. Okay. First one on the list.
Most popular of that season, by a good bit too. Rise of the Shield Hero.
Yeah. Fuck Rise of the Shield Hero.
You don't actually believe that.
No, I don't. I really don't.
Really
it's just an isekai, and I don't care for isekai.
But it was a good isekai. And you like isekai. Okay, you always say this. You always say that you don't care about isekai. But I swear to fucking God, half of your favorite anime are all isekai. Okay, that's not only that, but every time we cover a major isekai, you like it. Okay, or you love it. Or you surprisingly enjoy it.
So here's the thing. I actually sat down and actually thought about this because I wanted to write a why I fucking hate isekai article, but I couldn't.
Because you couldn't think of any isekai you hated?
It's not that. It's not that I don't like isekai. It's that I know what direction it's going. And it's gonna go down the road of shonen anime.
But
and I just know it. It's just at a really early stage.
ReZero?
But it's at a really early stage where we get a lot of good shit. Just like Shonen did. Shonen, in its very early ages, gave us a lot of really good fucking anime.
Early age has been happening for how many years now?
It took Shonen a good while for it to turn fucking trash.
No. Yes. Shonen was always trash.
Shonen was not always trash.
I'm sorry.
I will still...
Shonen had some gold back in the day, but they also had shite. Some trash.
No, I'm talking about, we're at the point where, you have to... Well, okay, I would say it's getting, somewhat of a resurgence with shit like Fire Force and Attack on Titan and all that shit, but,
honestly, Attack on Titan, I'm hesitant to call shonen anymore. I recently had an argument with someone at my school in which they made the argument that because it is a different genre, you shouldn't call Attack on Titan shonen because it's actually a form of historical fiction. Not in classical historical fiction, what if this faction won this war? But it's it's like a genre or period piece more than it is a shonen. And I actually think I agree with him a lot. It's almost like a sci-fi version of that, almost like Man in the High Castle or something, but like it's definitely seems to be more of a period piece than a shonen. It's not actually about, well, dudes fighting dudes.
It's about like
it's more about like world politics and discovering what happened in the world, and then following the machinations of the political leadership.
I don't know if I fully agree with that though.
There's
because
like
it's
a borderline shonen aspect to it, but
I don't know if I'd call that borderline. There's a lot of
guess
shonen.
But guess what? Those things are in all of fiction like that. Like, we don't call a space opera a space shonen.
I do.
Luke Skywalker is not a shonen protagonist.
Yes, he is. Anime will rise up and take everything. Not joking, but no, you're right. We don't always call it that. I don't know. I don't know if I fully agree with that.
And I don't think it fits enough shonen tropes to be a shonen anime. I actually don't think it follows shonen tropes almost at all.
I don't have to follow shonen tropes to be a shonen anime.
I mean, by genre definition, yes, it does. In order for something to fit a genre, it has to fit, by definition, has to fit in the tropes of the genre. Otherwise, it's not part of that genre. What makes something part of a genre is that it fits tropes to that genre. So if it doesn't fit genre tropes, it's not a shonen genre.
Wait, is tropes not... I guess tropes isn't like a negative...
No, there's no... It's a very
I don't know, it's just every time I use tropes...
It's just shared like... ideas, values, information.
I don't know. Every time I use
activities,
every time I've always used tropes, it's always been negative to describe shit. I guess it's
but
not.
It's not.
Really.
It's a neutral thing.
I know. Just when every time I hear it, everyone's like those fucking anime tropes. Jesus.
Although honestly,
Christ.
people use it positively a lot too. Like people love shonen tropes, and people love romance.
Yeah,
tropes. People love
I know that's
ecchi tropes.
I know.
It's
okay.
used positively as much as it's negatively.
We're having the not conversation. We need to talk about Rise of Shield Hero. That's
good point. Let's talk about Best Girl. Love that little red raccoon. I love her. She's cute. I love her. She's awesome. She's sweet. She's pure. She's innocent. I love her.
Are you saying that she's Best Girl this season? Because I don't know.
No, Best Girl of the anime.
Yeah.
No. Of the season.
I don't know, man.
She's fighting. Yeah, I might go with the season. I don't know. You're not gonna convince me any of those fucking 8-year-old kids in Neverland are
no. Okay,
yeah,
no.
So, and yeah, I'd choose her over Chika and Kaguya-sama. And the people in Domestic Girlfriend are toxic as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I am not bullying.
I hate
anybody.
Quintuplets. And Boogie Pop is a bit ace to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
For me, so
I don't know, man.
I don't know,
man.
Real Girl second season's got some toxic. I'm not seeing anything in this that I can find Best Girl. And yeah, I'm gonna call it Best Girl of the season.
I don't know if I fully agree with that.
Oh, wait, actually.
What?
You did just get finished watching something that has another potential Best Girl.
Wait.
Yeah. Wait, have you gone there yet? I actually have to ask.
Wait, are you talking about
Dororo?
Are you talking about Pink Rose Girl? The
one who sings? Yeah.
I was thinking about. I was about to say. I'm like, I don't know. We only get it from one episode, but man, she hurt my heart.
Yeah,
it's like
I think you could make an argument that she's Best Girl, but no, I'm still gonna go with Raptalia.
I would say it would be like her.
I'd be lying if I didn't think one, raccoons are like one of my favorite creatures ever, and two, she's hella cute, and three, she's hella badass.
I don't know. For me, it's between. Pink Rose Girl from the I'm not gonna say Pink Rose because I'm thinking Steven Universe. Girl from Dororo.
Singing prostitute girl from Dororo.
Singing prostitute girl from Dororo. Raptalia or Chica. Those are like my three, and I'm just like I don't know who I would pick.
Chica,
I feel like there was.
Chica's a real good mom.
You know what? I can see that.
Dude, you remember the episode where like she teaches? Oh wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Fuck,
anyway,
okay, we keep doing this. All right,
just Shield Hero.
Let's do
Shield
this.
Hero.
Let's do this.
How do you feel about Shield Hero? It was good. No memes. Was
Okay,
it good?
okay,
Bad?
no memes.
Would you like?
When I first watched this, right, I was definitely just fucking isekai, and I kind of felt like that for the first.
I was like that, but not about being an isekai. I was real worried about it because some toxic bullshit online.
You were talking about the fucking princess.
I was
being a bitch.
I was like, because like a bunch of the wrong people online were associating themselves pretty hardcore with the show for the first like 2 episodes.
Oh no!
And they're making a big fuss online.
Oh,
and that was pretty nasty.
Are these the people that usually? Are these the type of people that would usually browse like 4chan and shit? Like,
yeah, they are. They're the kind of people that were like.
No.
Yeah, you know the people.
Yeah, I know the people.
You know those guys.
Those guys.
And they're all guys.
They're all guys.
All fucking
I don't think I've
white men.
I don't think I've actually. Okay, I'm not gonna because that's all. That go down a whole different road. We'll just save that for private conversation.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but like, I got some of that. I didn't get all of it. I got a lot of people. Surprisingly enough, I was part of a community that actually had a healthy discussion of it, of viewing both sides and being the whole, not the like what happened in the show, because everyone went amidst that's just fucked that happened, but like, you know,
well, a lot of people did admit it was fucked that was happening. There was that audience too that did admit it was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, there was that, and I was like, but we had a healthy discussion of just the concept of that happening, of just, you know,
of that being explored, which is good because like it's not explored from that angle ever.
Yeah, but that did make me
like men can be sexually taken advantage of as well and shit. Like,
but like
isn't usually
that did make me uncomfortable. But I was like, you know what?
That being said, it didn't help that it was a false accusation thing that was happening during.
It really didn't.
That was happening during like some of like the biggest outings here in the U.S. Yeah. The biggest oustings of like high-end political and like Hollywood individuals during the Me Too movement.
God, that started a weird discussion. I know.
Yeah, it started some weird, real bad discussions with people who were not. It was not appropriate.
Yeah.
For them to have been talking about that.
But
yeah.
I like. Okay, so here's like the things that really caught my eye. This was kind of like one of the more proper rise to glory stories in shonen, because like
it's literally about the rising.
It's the rise of Shield Hero, but most people, like, you know, they'll put like the main character through something like that would be seen as problematic and hard. Oh, but
actually, good example of this from a more recent season, Aphrodite from Commonplace to World's Strongest. It started with this. It starts with the main character in like a shitty place, gets abandoned or whatever, and has to like fight to survive.
Yeah, but most shonen don't do it right. Like, you never truly like believe that the character's in any type of like peril. It's like you're just set up to just be this strong guy. I genuinely believe that, like,
that he was at an actual danger.
Yeah, it's like you got massively screwed over for having only a shield and being accused of rape and being ousted. This shit sucks. Yeah. I also like the fact that they somehow made the shield cool. I think that was the biggest draw. Of, like, that was cool. You somehow made the shield cool.
I mean,
that's awesome.
Part of what makes the shield cool does legit just seem to be that all of the other heroes are so used to tropes that they're not exploring their actual advantages enough.
Yeah, like he actually has to think of shit while they're just like, well, I'm like pretty boy. I'm like whatever boy.
Any of them should be able to do what he's doing with his shield.
I mean, they're all
their individual weapons.
They're all literally made supposed to act in the same way of, you could do this and that. He's like, how do you get strong? It's like, if you literally just do what he does, you would know. But whatever, I guess.
Basic shit. Yeah. I never. It got out of the news for a while, so I stopped listening to news about it. But I remember when it came out, there was a big debate because no one actually knew who the author was for the manga.
I didn't actually know about this.
And specifically, it became a big deal because people thought it was a woman who authored it under a male pen name because most ghostwriting names are
male,
assumed to be male.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of talk about how there were a lot of theories about it being a woman who wrote it, which was really interesting to me because if you think about it, the really two-dimensional surface level take of this seems really, really bad in terms of optics against women, right? It seems to take the fuck women route real quick, real hard.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually. Pretty early on, it actually establishes that just people kind of suck. And it's just the fact that in this world, the system is reversed from what our world is. Like, they literally go, oh yeah, you're used to a patriarchy. This is a matriarchy, though. And the reversal of role seems very deliberate. And then, the one redeeming person in the show, the first redeeming person we're introduced to, is actually a girl. It's Raftalia.
Oh, yeah. Why was I thinking it was the main princess who was going to take over?
All of his companions are women, but
that's true.
Not in the classical trope of they're all the sexual, harem
which
trope.
I was happy about.
They're
I was scared that was going to happen.
The actual child, the tagging along adopted child, protectorate kind of. Probably she's gonna end up training under him or something, and then admittedly, the Raftalia one I'm pretty sure is supposed to be sexual relationship eventually.
Potentially, but then that's just really
heavily
weird.
implied because that's a very unique relationship. Just interesting.
No, yeah, it's just
But also the narrative does a lot of things. It covers a lot of topics. Most shows never even try to.
Yeah.
Slavery.
Yeah.
Raftalia is still, to this day, in the show, a slave. They even intentionally free her, and she chooses servitude again as, a form of, binding to the person she loves.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
A little bit.
And could be handled inappropriately really easily, but I don't feel like it is, which is cool.
Yeah.
Still kind of wish she chose to be free at some point, but we'll get there.
Well, I think that they're not physically, but I think the point where I felt that she was metaphorically free was the episode where she actually gets her not comeuppance. Oh, I guess yeah, against the person who enslaved her and her friends. Really, but I kind of felt that was that moment where they were
the reason I'm not okay with her still being a slave, or I want her not to be, is because as long as she is, I'm not okay with her relationship with main character boy.
I mean, I'm not either,
but he also is rejecting her in all of those advances right now. I'm hoping that the thing that lets him accept her advances is eventually her acceptance of freedom. That she raises herself to being his equal at some point, and that makes him see her differently.
Yeah.
Because as long as she's technically his property, I don't care in what way. I really don't want them to have that relationship.
Yeah, it's still uncomfortable, but It seems
it's
like
not just uncomfortable; it's inappropriate, and there is no appropriate way to handle that.
At least towards the end of the show, it felt like it was going more towards that way. When he's giving her more shit. No, she still has that, but again, he's still rejecting the advances and all that. So it hasn't gone to that point yet. It made a little bit of an advance, but not enough for me to be this is very not okay. It's it's still not okay, but there's weirdness.
We'll see.
There's weirdness to it. In terms of story, though, I like that story. I think I don't know if you had the same feeling, but I felt like this just kind of went on for a little, like the episode, like a little.
Yeah, it went on
long.
way too long.
Like
it was way too long. Just period.
I think the show should have ended at the.
I think
at the guillotine. At the guillotine.
It just shouldn't have stretched things out. Every single arc was stretched out just an episode too long. Especially the final one was stretched out too long.
I wasn't too upset about the stretch out, but I felt like it was awkward of like everything's solved, his name is clear, but like there's like, oh yeah, we still got more episodes. It's like, don't you want to like this is a really
do though.
Huh?
That's how stories do though.
Well, no, but
I don't think you'd be saying that if they had just published as a season 1, season 2. Remember, there were a lot of episodes. There was like, what, 25 episodes?
Yeah.
Imagine if there was 2 13-episode seasons. Then, yeah, all of a sudden it seems like, oh, yeah, that's this arc in this season, this arc in this season.
Well, no, it's just like, I feel like if that was, like, the continuation of the arc of them going after that last wave and us getting introduced to that, like, it's still, I get what they were doing. They were setting up, like, hey, we got some big fucking shit planned for fucking next season. You should watch that. At the same time, though, it felt off. At that point.
Okay, now I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What fell off?
Like,
now I don't know what you thought was really quick.
How his name?
I thought I understood. I thought I got it, but now I think I just disagree with you. I think you. Talking.
I mean, this is. I mean, like, I understand. Like, I'm totally wrong, but like, well, not wrong, but I can see where I'm like missing the point. But for me, when his name got cleared, but they had those few episodes of like still doing stuff. Where it's just like, yeah, like,
mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Like how the show where his name got cleared, that episode where his name got cleared and they're celebrating and all that. But then there was that extra episode of still them going into the wave. I just felt like it was one of those things. It's like, shouldn't you have like?
You realize there was like an entire arc after that shit, right?
What?
There's an entire arc after all that shit, dude.
What do you mean?
Isn't the whole cathedral thing way after that?
What cathedral thing? Oh, what you mean when they go
battle against the archpriest and shit?
No, that's before that.
That's before the wave?
Huh? No, the very final wave where they found out that the glass lady is actually from a different world, and those two people that they meet up with on the train are actually from another world, similar to.
I'm pretty sure that's way before the arch battle, dude.
No, because there's certain because we meet the glass. Okay, so there's the first wave where they're on like land and they're fighting it, and he saves the village. There's the second wave where they have to go out to sea, and that's where he first meets the glass lady. But then there's a third wave that he has to go to, back into the sea where he re-meets the glass lady. But going towards there, he meets two other like warriors that he works and trains with. It's where they go to the island where it's like, oh yeah, you can level up your shit.
No, I'm looking at this. Guardians of the World.
Because the cathedral happened, and then the queen came. The queen cleared his name, and then they're like, all right, cool, we're gonna go to the next wave, but we need you to level up. And then they level up, go to the island, meet the people there, and then.
So what was your problem with all this?
I just feel like they should have saved that for next season. That was like my own thing. I was just like, this feeling.
But why?
Huh?
But why?
Because I don't know. It was just one of those things where it's like I feel weird, like continuing watching this and feeling like I left off. Like I stopped watching halfway through an arc. This feels weird. I feel like why? I literally left like at like the midway point of an arc.
I didn't feel that at all.
I felt like that just because the whole name thing to the whole like him trying to redeem his name. I felt like
it was picking up in a standard adventure the next episode on thing. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That
felt pretty normal to me, man.
It felt a little. It just felt a little off to me.
I don't know. It felt normal to me.
Shit.
Alright, anyway, let's move on. We gotta move on.
Damn, we didn't even talk about
Neverland time.
Damn, you're powering through this shit, man. We didn't even talk about like music or the characters or the
there wasn't much. Okay, fine. Do you have anything special though? Because honestly, everyone knows. Alright? Characters aren't actually anything special. Other than Raftalia, who we already mentioned. And we already mentioned all the interesting narrative shit with the main character boy.
Hey.
What?
Philo's adorable. Fuck you.
Philo's cute, fine, but she's in fucking every anime. I don't give a shit about that character anymore. That character is a trope, and that trope is played out.
She's more adorable.
A good version of that, and she's cute. I didn't dislike that character, but it's not special, not unique, and not worth mentioning.
Did I say she was special? No, I just said she was cute.
She was definitely special enough to be worth mentioning in your mind, apparently.
Yes, because she was a bird girl, and I like that.
Is there anything? Because I don't think it actually had spectacularly unique music. I think it had a good score.
Hey, I actually think at least the OP musically was like
the OP was very good. The OP was very.
Was strong. Probably like my third favorite of like this entire season.
Actually, that is saying I had some good OPs that season.
Yeah.
Strong OP, but.
And it's also interesting to know that they use both bands. Most animes don't do that. I find that interesting. And I hope they stick with this band, because that band is actually really good. I care about music!
Okay, like I said, that's why I'm open up for you talking about music. But I didn't give a shit about this one's music. Sometimes I care about music. I didn't with this one. I thought it was good. I thought it did its job very well, and that I didn't notice it most of the time, which is what it should do.
No, you should notice it. What the fuck?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you should notice the music.
No, music.
Music is one of the first things.
Music is meant to be noticed in very specific moments, in very specific scenarios.
No, I don't.
You should not be noticing the music over everything all the time.
Okay, I'm not saying
that means there's a huge disparity between the quality of your music
and the quality
of your narrative.
Hold on, wait. I'm not saying like. You should absolutely notice it all the time. But like in terms of the OP, yes, it should be fucking good.
I'm not talking about the OP. No shit, I'm not talking about the soundtrack. The soundtrack you should not notice most of the time. If it's doing its job, you won't notice it. Instead, you'll be feeling the feels, seeing the seas, and reeling the reels.
Yeah, but
you won't be giving a shit about the music unless it's a particular standout or it's being highlighted for a specific purpose.
Yeah, but the songs that could usually, depending on what type of score you pick, or if you don't pick a score at all, can impact the scene.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it had a strong score, but not one I care to comment on, because it was good and did its job.
To be fair, I wasn't even.
I didn't notice it 90% of the time because it was doing its job 90% of the time.
To be fair, I wasn't even going to comment about the score. I just wanted to say that the EP was really good, and the art for
the OP was really.
The OP was really good.
The EP was okay.
I didn't care for the EP.
All right. Anything else?
Now we can move on.
All right. Promise Neverland. It was good. I don't want to spoil anything for this one. People who haven't seen it.
That's gonna be.
This one is like. Yeah, no, this one's going to be spoiler heavy.
Hard
so
to
this
talk
one
about
I want to cover broadly because legit, this is all spoilers. It is spoiler all the way. Just saying things about the characters is spoilers.
Just saying their name is spoilers.
Listen, it's good. It's surprising and not just once. And it's surprisingly mature.
Okay,
in both concept and execution.
Okay, since you don't want to talk about it, how do I try to say
that it was good?
No, because I wanted to bring up like theories, but we can't now.
No,
because this was one of the.
We already covered this in depth. This is why I'm
not on the same
Yes, we did.
When?
On this podcast.
When?
Yes.
When did we talk?
We had like a whole episode for it, man.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
We did not have a whole episode.
I guarantee
we did not.
We
no,
did.
We didn't have a whole episode.
I guarantee we covered.
I can believe that there was a point where both of us went off for like 45 minutes on one of our 2 hour
definitely went on like a spoiler tangent for this. We did.
Dude, there's no.
Yes, we did.
I don't think.
I guarantee we did.
I don't think we did.
I guarantee we did.
If we did, then I'm willing to accept that and be like, we're gonna breeze by this.
This was a Dweebs and the Weebs thing.
No.
Yeah, this was.
No, we didn't. Oh, yes, we did. This was.
I know we did.
This is all the way back in. We really did.
I know we did.
Wow.
Bitch, please.
Fuck
why do you always doubt me, Mr. Shitman?
Because there's some things that you fucking don't fucking
there's some
say
things
on this that I remember. And there's something that you don't remember that I've listened back to.
We covered this one in depth.
Fine.
So just brought it, and direct people towards an earlier episode.
Fine.
We got a lot of anime to go through. Remember?
I know we got a lot of anime.
It's been 40 minutes on one anime right now.
We also spent like 10 minutes dealing with your family.
Okay, fine. It's been 30 minutes on one anime.
What did you expect? We're talking about
multiple. It's like 15, 20 minutes in anime.
Dude, one episode for us on one anime takes an hour and a half.
We're not actually doing like in-depth episode by episode reviews. Like honestly, for the most part, kind of want to stay away from spoilers for a lot of this. Not for like the whole thing.
I would have
because
liked...
this shit's like seasons old, and for things that have been in the public sphere enough, I think it's cool to talk about. But Neverland specifically, people don't talk spoilers openly about Neverland. For a good reason.
I'm not saying you're wrong about
the narrative is really like spoilers are really important.
If it's just for Neverland, I can understand that.
Special case for Neverland.
Okay,
yeah,
because
like I'm not gonna say this about fucking like Kaguya-sama, where like it's been memed to death.
I was about to say, I was like, come the fuck on.
Like, I mean, there's no real purpose to doing it for Mob Psycho. I would say this again for Domestic Girlfriend though. That'll come up. Yeah, I don't want to spoil that shit either. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna argue on
let's go.
Domestic Girlfriend.
Anyway, let's go. What do you have to comment on? It was really good.
It was really good.
Strong characters, strong narrative, strong writing, strong art. Even though it's not my thing.
It is one of the only animes that I cared for it to eat. Where it's ED.
Yeah, it had a good ED.
It surprisingly did. The art is really goddamn good.
Which is shocking because it's like a style I don't usually like, with the weird forehead sizes and the overly large boob women.
The facial structure bothered me. I already told you about this, but like, I'll say this.
It's not my thing, but it's an aesthetic choice, and it's not bad. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
It's not personal taste.
But I will say this. The story is so good that you don't need... After episode, like,
really well.
2, you don't even notice shit. You're like...
Characters are written really well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think without spoiling anything. It's so hard, because I want to just go for another...
Did you like the music?
I already said I liked the music.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, I can't talk about that. That's a spoiler. Oh... That's a huge spoiler.
I don't even feel bad about not talking about spoilers for this one, man.
I know you don't. I know you don't, but it's one of those. It's one of those ones where you want to just gush all about. It's like if you went up to if you wanted.
Is it, man?
I
honest to God think part of what I love about it is that I don't feel the need to gush about it because everything was already in the package. Like there are a lot of things I need to gush about because I know people don't understand the full package. Like, you know me in my post-mortems of, like, The Mandalorian and shit.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
like anything. Like,
I think you can...
anime.
I think you can...
But this is, like, one of those things where if you watched it, you got the package.
No, but this is, like, people who, like... They come up to me and they're like, oh, yeah, what anime have you not watched yet? And they're like, oh, I probably Neverland I haven't watched. I'm just like, you need to watch it. I don't want to tell you about everything, but motherfucker, you need to watch it because it's so good. And I want to tell you what it says, but I can't because it's such a spoiler. You just need to watch it. I can't even tell you, like, my opinion because every opinion I have is just a spoiler. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. You just need to watch it.
Okay,
can you tell?
You're a dirty weeb.
Can you tell that this is probably going to be one of my fucking anime of the year?
You're a dirty weeb. You're a dirty weeb.
I'm not a dirty... I am a dirty weeb. I have a hentai jacket. I'm a dirty weeb. If I haven't solidified myself as a dirty weeb before, I definitely have now. But, like, it's so good, man. It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Like...
It's a solid, like... Fuck, what I rate on here? Probably 9 or an 8. Oh, no, I gave it a 10.
I'm about to say, yeah. I genuinely give this a 10. No hesitation.
Yeah, it deserved that.
Yeah,
it's a 10.
This is definitely over.
I was going to look at it, I'm like, I'm a cynical asshole. I'd probably give it like an 8 or a 9. It probably deserves an upgrade right
man.
now.
I know.
That's it's a really solid package.
It is.
You know?
It's not solid. It's fucking fantastic. How dare you sully this fucking anime, which is solid.
No, I'm sorry. Actually, I don't agree with you on this one.
It's fucking amazing.
No, I think there's like a certain thing to like a fantastic quality to things. I don't think this has that.
I think this does.
I don't think it does. I think actually solid is a really weirdly accurate way to describe it. I think it's a really tight, perfectly packaged package. I think it does an excellent job of telling you what it's done, why it's done it, and why you feel a way you feel about it.
No, it's amazing,
and I think it does that excellently.
Everything is amazing, and I'd go into how much I like it.
But I don't think there's actually there's not too much to dive into on it because It's not that type of thing. You're not supposed to keep reading into this one. You know me.
I don't know about that one.
Everything you're supposed to read into this one is explained to you.
I don't know. This is one of those ones, like, I'd be totally okay, like analyzing to the, like,
you
nth
could
degree.
go hella meta for it, but you're losing out on the best part of it by doing that.
I don't know about that. I really don't. Like, this show is just that amazing. And I'd go into how much I like this, but if I do, I'm pretty sure it'd put me on the FBI list because this show has kids in it. But let's move on.
I don't want to know how much you like it. Alright, Mob Psycho 100 Season 2.
This probably has one of my favorite shonen fights of
It has quite a few of my favorite shonen fights of all time.
I'm actually kind of upset because I personally think that I don't remember his name, but one of the Ultimate 5 guys who just was the really blind dude,
mm-hmm.
I actually think he could have been used so much more. Like, I feel like he was underused.
Most of the characters could be used more.
Oh, yeah.
So I did have some problems with Psycho Season 2. Like, what did I rate it? Yeah, I rated it like an 8. It doesn't deserve more than an 8 in my mind. In fact, I might downgrade that to a 7. It, like everything by the studio, is fantastic and beautiful to look at. Unparalleled in its beauty. I don't agree with a significant portion of the community that says that its OP is the best OP. I actually think Mob Psycho Season 1's OP is by far and away better.
When you talk about OP, I've learned about this, like, or not this, but like I thought it was just us. But people do talk about two different things. Like when people say OPs, one person's talking about like the actual song, and the other person's actually talking about the like.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean?
I mean both.
Or both?
Straight up both.
If we're talking about
the animation alone in them, one is constructed and framed a lot better, and the other one is a lot weaker in that construction and framing. I think Season 2's OP actually struggles with pacing. It's kind of jittery and jumpy, and not in a way that feels intentional or good. I feel like it's messier, and while part of that is on purpose, it doesn't feel messier with a message. It feels messier like they got lost making it. The music is just not as interesting. It's not as good. It's just not not as strong.
I don't know about that, man. I think I agree with you on the visuals. I did definitely like the visuals more.
Season 1 is just so smooth. Every transition, every bloom, every animation.
Because like with this type of anime, I want like every time I start an episode, I want to feel like I'm about to like go into battle. I don't know if you know what I mean, but
I think Season 1 does that excellently.
I want to get hyped up to like the nth degree, and I think Season 2.
No, this isn't true. Fuck you. No. You do not feel this way about all intros.
No, I said this one in particular.
Okay.
I was okay. No.
I thought you were saying
no.
I'm like, fuck you, no.
No. No. And this one, like, obviously, like, there's certain.
In this one, I still disagree. There's a lot of, and this is part of what I don't like about Season 2. I think it, like its OP, struggles with pacing. I don't feel every episode should be starting with trying to fight. And I feel like it doesn't know when to pick its fights. It's bad about build-up for the most part, especially compared to Season 1, which was like the show is built around the build-up. Mob Psycho 100 is about the build-up from 1 to 100. Season 2 feels like it arbitrarily jumps that scale and arbitrarily does narrative things to make the narrative happen. In a way, it feels a lot more artificial than Season 1.
I mean, I can agree with you on that, but in a weird way, I feel like not all the way, but I feel like it works enough, and I know enough isn't.
It works enough for me to have given it an 8.
Yeah,
it's just not nearly as strong as the first one. Like, I'm pretty sure I gave the first season a 9 or a 10.
I'm pretty sure I gave it like a 9, yeah.
But I can't really give this one more than an 8. And honestly, it earned that 8 off of visuals alone almost. If I'm being real honest, if it had like just barely above average quality visuals as opposed to the absolutely fucking spectacular visuals it has, it probably would have earned a 7 or even like a 6.5 out of me.
I don't know. I weirdly, one of the big things I liked about this was
Maybe a solid 7. Solid 7.
Was I liked it as well in this one, but I think this one they did it a little better. Just like Mob's just development as a person, I feel like I really liked in this one.
It's nice, but it's
sloppy in places, but for the most...
It's not sloppy in places. It's sloppy as a core concept, because the show is essentially asking you to believe that he happened to have all of this development all at once.
What?
How old is Mob? He's in middle school or high school, right?
Yeah.
So
I think
let's say he's like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
He's 16. Always been alone. Never really had friends. And through this anime, which takes place, I think both seasons probably take place in way under a year, has all of the character development ever, period. His character radically changes.
I mean, it does radically change, but they do...
We're expected to believe that change has only now ever been prompted. Never before has he ever had an interaction with a human that's ever prompted one of these. And remember, what triggers his change is actually really simple little things, and it's mostly him reading into shit. We're basically being told that he's never had human interactions before the show starts.
Well, it's not the fact that you didn't have human interactions. It was more the fact that he never... what am I supposed to... It seemed like in the first season, it felt more as he looked into things, but he didn't... It's okay, so it's based more on like his emotions, right? And I think that the whole development of it is him like being more connected with his emotion. Because even in the final battle, you see that like the main villain for the organization. The organization clause says like, oh, our power is like the strength of our power is stemmed for our emotion. The greater your emotion, the greater your power. And I think the big thing of it is in the first season, Mob like developing those emotions, but at the same time, as he's going through, both controlling and figuring out those emotions and controlling it in a way where he's not completely...
And we're expected to believe this is the first time he's ever experienced any of those emotions.
Well,
because otherwise he would have already had the development.
Well, they do note that like he does try to keep as calm as possible, because the last time he
reacted like this, that doesn't explain. So this is like me saying, I made it 16 years without ever talking to someone. And then I became the most social person of all time from normal interactions that I'd been having all along. But it, for some reason, only happened this year. It's not a narrative conceit I think most people who watch the show think about. But it's one that bothered me more in Season 2 because the changes seemed more dramatic. Like, in Season 1, I feel like I knew where those changes were coming from because he had a really simple motivation, and it's one I could see him having suddenly developed. But all the ones in Season 2 seem to be about emotional development he should have already had based on past experiences that he must have had. In Season 1, he's not experiencing emotions and getting triggered and that being the big learning. His learning arc is actually about him learning to self-motivate and become physically stronger or more I think okay with himself in his own body.
Yeah, that's more of it.
And that's motivated by a really simple thing that comes in at a certain age. And that's just he hit puberty. He hit puberty and wanted to date a girl and felt insecure about his body. It's really simple. It's a motivation that can come out of nowhere, because it's not really coming out of nowhere. It's coming out of a specific place at a specific time. And it's what all of his development is focused around for Season 1. In Season 2, they kind of abandon that and make it about emotional development. He goes from being stone-faced McGee to being emotion-positive McGee over the course of the season. It's a radical change in character, and not motivational based. At no point in the season have his motivations ever really changed, except for that they keep getting directed more towards emotional outcomes or emotional inputs.
Well, I think it's just the fact that, like, they do bring up that, like, it wasn't just like him being, like I said, it wasn't just him being emotional. It's like he had emotions. He just kept them in check because of what happened with his brother.
Why are they suddenly choosing not to do that?
Not keeping in check?
Right.
Well, I mean,
the narrative concedes that this is a rare thing for him. In fact, that most people have never seen this happen. That there's no way this happened before. And that it's happening in Season 1 because he's going out of his way to push his boundary points for self-development, specific motivation for a specific cause. And that's what's pushing him outside of his comfort zone. And it's intentional. In Season 2, it's not him doing that for that motivation. It's other shit happening to him and external pressures activating his evolutions, which should have happened in his past then, because there's no way he's never been, like, we've seen that he's been bullied in the past or that he's been talked down to in the past. Like, there's no way he hasn't, like he said, felt emotion. He just suppressed emotion before. So it's important to explore why he's not now, and what they do is just go, well, he's more emotional now. And that feels kind of narratively.
Okay, I get what you mean.
That feels narratively.
You basically just want a decent explanation as to
why he's more emotional. He's definitively more emotional.
Yeah.
Than before.
Yeah.
And it's no longer a like thing causing. Like it's not him trying to date a girl.
I feel like there was something that definitely triggered in the last episodes of Season 1, though. I can't remember exactly what it is. Because I did feel like it had to do...
Brother being kidnapped shit?
Yeah, I feel like it had to do with his brother being kidnapped, and I think his brother being, like... Because that was the big thing, right? He just didn't...
Yeah, but again, that's like the thing that pushed him over the edge, and that was fine.
That doesn't really...
And it's, like I said, even parts of Season 1, I still kind of felt this, too. Like, it's just... It's more interesting when they explore that narrative with a strong through line, and I feel like it was kind of weak, or at least weaker in Season 2.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I still enjoyed it a fuck ton, though.
I did too. You say it like I did. I rated it an 8. It's not bad. It's still enjoyable. It's just weaker.
Can we talk about that last fight, though? Holy shit.
I mean, it's real good. It's real flashy. It's got some good audio. It's got some amazing, spectacular visual.
So raw.
It's pretty damn raw. I'm pretty sure most people have seen some kind of meme or YouTube compilation of it. Probably. I'm surprised most people listening to this podcast haven't. Mob Psycho, it's good. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah. My Psycho's legit.
Alright. Next up, this is probably my pick.
Domestic Girlfriend?
For best anime of this season.
Domestic Girlfriend?
Nope. Kaguya-sama.
Really?
Love is War.
I was not expecting that from you, honestly.
It has a spectacular OP. I love the musical piece. I love that it's emblematic of like a spy versus spy kind of like 007 intro. But
you know what I noticed about this? I just realized about this season.
Uh-huh.
There's like 3 or 4 anime that like have very kaleidoscopy OPs. Like there's Kagegiri with its opening. Kaguya-sama kind of has that.
2. Kaleidoscope EOPs? I see 2.
And Mob Psycho.
Yeah, Mob Psycho and Kaguya-sama has some of those elements.
And then Kagegiri. It has some.
Kakaguri.
Yeah. It has some Kaleidoscope.
Oh shit, that is this season.
Yeah. Did you not know that?
That's why I was watching it.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm like, that didn't come out. I was just watching that. Oh, right.
Jesus, dude. Like, you had the list right there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not an uncommon trope for anime.
No, I'm not saying it's uncommon, but, like, this much in, like, one season? Like, Jesus.
I mean, we had a lot of anime this season.
We have a lot of anime all season.
No, this one was... Come on. You know this one was a particularly strong case for more than usual anime.
I don't know, man. I usually see that much anime come out. In terms of quality, yeah, there's had a lot of good quality anime come out. In terms of, like, of just quantity, this is my
quality, man.
If you go back, you'll see that there's a lot of anime that come out, dude. It's just that there's just a lot that usually just goes under the radar. That's just what it usually happens. It's this season. It seems the people paid a lot particular attention to them because this season was really strong. It came out with a lot of good shit.
You know what I just realized?
What?
A lot of those anime that are like unique to different platforms end up in the ONA section, not in the seasonal anime section. Like they probably in the season, but in a separate list at the bottom.
What are you talking about?
Like a lot of the ones that pop up on Netflix, it's Netflix exclusives.
Which one?
Levius from this season.
Levius was this season?
I mean this season, like right now in real life.
Oh! I'm about to say, I was like, wait, whoa.
Like you know how like it has TV and then TV continuing. For things that only appear on streaming platforms, they put it in the ONA section.
Well, do you know that?
I'm looking at a couple from the season we've been talking about.
Well, do you know if Levius isn't on it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've already checked that. Yeah, because I was confused to why it wasn't on the fall 2019 list, and it was just in the ONA section.
Okay.
But I just realized there's something in the ONA section that I never watched that I have in my must-watch list.
Is it for this season or for winter season or this season?
Yeah, for winter.
Which one?
It was called Revisions. I don't know. I never watched it, but I thought it sounded pretty cool.
I mean, if you want, you can just you can watch it and bring it out next week. I ain't tripping. It's like a what you'll watch this week.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. What is the next thing on the list, my boy?
Kaguya-sama.
Oh, right. My bad.
I think it had a spectacular OP.
It had a
spectacular character.
It had a fantastic
super
OP.
Hilarious. Some of the best skits, comedy skits of all anime.
You could basically, at least, you might disagree, but at least you could sum this up as high school crushes amped up to like 20. Because
I actually would disagree. I think it might be amped up to like 11, not 20 though.
Huh?
They're not like actually at war or anything, despite the name.
There's times where it does definitely.
Dude, it's really just barely an exaggeration of like a really classic situation where two people refuse to come out to one another despite both of them liking each other.
I don't know. There's times where like
really basic.
There's times they like each other. Ones are like trying to sabotage each other.
Yeah, that's why it's up to 11. It's up to 20 though.
It's
shit, they're not like literally trying to murder the other one.
I guess not murder, but like there was the episode where it's like raining. He's like, "Fuck, I don't have a ride home." And Kaguya's like, "Fuck, do I give him a ride home?" I was like, "Just give him a ride home."
Yeah, I know. And that's like amped up to 11. Although that actually wasn't even amped up. That I legit know people that have had that conversation.
That is shitty.
That shit where they're like
no.
Where they're like shit. But if I invite him in a ride into my mother's car, then he might think I'm asking him out, and I like him, but I want him to ask me out. I've actually known people like that. So
that's some extra shit. This is like, but you're just giving him a ride. It's not that big of a deal. It's raining. Just give him a ride. Just that's it.
Legit. There are people who don't think that. There are people who are like, no, this means he's gonna meet my mother. This means he's gonna meet my dad if he's bringing me up. This right here. He's gonna know where I live. Maybe.
It was funny though. Like it was funny because you definitely sit there. You're like, yeah,
dude.
I definitely know people who. I definitely met people who overthink like this.
It was a super cute anime though. I loved all of the characters in it. They kept the cast really tight, really small. I think by the end they've only named 6 or 7 characters.
I think there was
7, right?
I think there was more than that.
There's the main 4.
Yeah, there was the student council, and then there was
and then there's the sister eventually.
Yeah,
the maid.
There was the 2 couple who periodically came whenever love advice was needed.
Do we actually know their names? I think they literally made the joke that they weren't remembering who they're the girl was like, no, the girl, I don't really care about your name.
No, the girl they do. The guy I'm not 100% sure, but they do drop name the girl at most by the episode.
It's a really tight cast.
It is a really tight cast, and honestly, I think that works for its favor because I feel like if you add too many people, then too much shit gets a little heinous.
Legit. Crazy. I love Chica, and everyone says Chica was best girl for this season, but I think she's less best girl and more best mom. And I have a specific moment to prove it.
There's a lot of moments. I don't know.
There are a lot of moments, but this is the most definitive one because she herself literally becomes a mother here.
Are you talking about the one where they're
tennis,
huh?
The indoor volleyball? There's a volleyball.
Oh!
We're in the end. She's like, I raised that boy. That was the cutest thing. That was probably my favorite episode, just because, dude, the faces she gives and the noises she makes. I can't watch the dub because the sub is too cute. When yeah, that one where her face does the weird horror smiley it's like
no one can be this bad at volleyball. I believe in you, President. It's everyone can fuck up one time, 2 times or something.
3rd time he hits himself and falls down.
4th time, oh my god, he's this bad. It's oh my god. How did you get that bad?
She's clapping and she's crying. It was just the best.
This show
has... She's best mom. That and she's trying to, pair up these kids the whole time. She's cute.
I mean, she is just being very blunt.
She's also fucking with them when it's funny. She's no, you guys are fucking getting nowhere. I'm gonna fuck with you.
Funny thing, I feel one of my favorite moments where it's this is not, everyone's oh, it's kind of ditzy. It's no, it's ditzy. It's just her just being hella cute and stuff like that. She can be, but I think this is just more of not reading the room, but it's because she's just that straightforward. Is when it's after the episode where Kaguya brings the president to the bed, and they're I'm not trying to talk to you, and they try to talk, but they keep crossing. She's oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, I see. Triangle! And it's just Chica, what the fuck? And then the dude comes in and he's hey, everybody. Though. And then they make a square. And it's just
It's the best shit, though.
Oh, this show has oh my god.
This show is just so good.
That dude, I feel really bad for. Because this is a lot of moments where he's just speaking his mind. And he's just
know,
and it's just no, it's relatable. I get where you're coming from. And everyone's fuck you, you're a piece of shit. It's alright, I'll just fucking go home then. I guess I'm not wanted.
And then those moments where he's hey, no one else is around. I can be free. I can say my mind. And then it's the girls hanging over his shoulder and I'm gonna kill you now.
And it's just oh, wait, I'll go home. There was that one moment, the one where I actually felt really happy when he was saying something. It was don't you think it's a little selfish, Chica, for us to not go to something just because you're away? The majority of us are here. And both of them were he actually makes a really good point. Chica's you're a fucking asshole. He's you just go home. And both of them are you're actually in the right this one. It's Winner. I forget his name too, which sucks. It's Winner. Him. And it's you know what? He deserves that win. He deserves that win. You know
It
what?
was just such a good anime.
You know what I wish I did? I went back and went. I wanted to go back and see who actually won this season. Because
No one.
Huh?
No one.
Well, no, like.
I think Chica ends up with the most points, actually.
Wait, no fucking way.
I think Chica ends up with the most points.
I can kind of believe it, but I don't either. That's really weird.
Pretty sure Chica ends up with the most points.
God, I can list off moments. There was one. Oh, her
Do you
best.
think that means that they end up in a 3-way?
No.
What happens if Chica wins?
If Chica wins, I just think everyone gets cake. I think everyone just
If
gets
Chica
cake.
wins, we get a new Chica dance. The Chica dance.
Exactly. That shit blew the fuck up. Also, you might pass me my bag real quick.
I mean, it was a particularly good dance.
It was a good dance. The rest of the EP was like really weird because it wasn't like what you were exactly expecting. Of like, I get you're dreaming, but what?
Was she though?
She was.
Was she though?
She was.
Was she though?
If she wasn't, the show needs some explaining to do.
Was she though?
The show needs some goddamn explaining to do. I do think Chica's best moments though is when she cheats. I don't know. There's something about evil Chica that like makes me feel so happy to see.
Evil Chica is scary.
She's scary because there's a lot of times where it's like that was actually well thought out. Oh my god, you're a devil. I don't know why she couldn't do that on her test because I'm pretty sure she like bombed or some shit.
Yeah, she failed. Alright.
Do we have any negative things about this show?
No, we don't. Let's be real. I don't think there's a negative thing I can say about this show.
I'll say this. I feel like this should have definitely ended this season because like I don't know where else I mean I can, but like
we could get even more goodness. I don't get why you want this to end.
Well,
Fuck you. Why do you hate good things?
Because
you just like pain and misery?
No.
I don't understand. Why can't we have more Chica?
No, listen.
No, you listen. You take your negativity and you go fuck yourself with it.
I don't.
You go shove it right up your ass.
I don't want to fuck myself with my negativity. I'm just saying that.
Well, you're fucking yourself.
But
with your negativity right now. You're fucking me with your negativity.
I don't necessarily.
You're shoving your negativity up my ass right now.
I don't necessarily know where else.
Just more good things.
Well, like, yeah, but...
Do they really need to go in where the entire point is that they're not? You know what they could do? They could do next season, they get together, and then it's a whole different kind of show.
They're not going to do that because
they
definitely set up the fact that they're going to go harder at each other than ever.
Except for, what if harder than ever is them in a relationship and still in the war?
You know what I would have liked? I would have liked them to do that this season, and then the next season, them still have that animosity, but instead of going through, like, being in a relationship, it's doing those first little crush things. Like, the first, like...
No, that's season 3. You dumbass. How do you not see this? We have one season of them not being together, one season of them being legit together, one season of them just cute crushing on each other. And then we get a final season where they actually get together. It's all good. But also Chica gets married or reveals that she's secretly the CEO of like Tesla or something.